And hi, I'm Dylan Black. Welcome to another episode of Daytime Ottawa. And of course, you're watching Rogers Television. Waiting for the Parade is coming, and it's brought to you by the good people at the ITR Theatre Company, happening at the Osgoode Community Centre. With us right now, we say hello to one of the actors in this amazing play. She plays Janet. Hello, Cathy Dowsett. Nice to have you here.
Hi, Dylan. Nice to be here.
We also have Tanja Puchala with us, and you are playing Catherine. We're going to get into these characters coming up in moments. But first, how about a bit of a history lesson, Cathy, on the ITR Theatre Company?
Well, we're a rural company. We've been around for over 45 years. We started in the town of Osgoode, and we rehearse in a seniors residence in Manotick.
Really? You rehearse in a seniors residence?
Yes.
Can I ask you why you rehearse in the seniors residence?
Because the seniors have been nice enough to let us get the rehearsal space for free, and with community theatre, it's all about doing things as cheaply as possible.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So this is happening at the Osgoode Community Centre, November 9th and 10th and 16th to the 18th. Tell us a bit about this story, Cathy. This is a very interesting story. 5 women, World War II.
Well, it's about 5 very different women who probably would never get together without this kind of an emergency. I play a character who's very strong and bossy. Catherine's a little bit more laid back and go with the flow kind of person. I'm very staunch and rigid and make all the rules up. Okay,
so what is happening with these 5 women? World War II time?
World War II time. It's what the women did during the war. So we would roll bandages, we would help in the munitions factories with serving food, we would entertain the troops, teach them how to dance, how to knit, that kind of thing.
Okay, so the main topic that you're trying to get out throughout this play, that war brought people together. Now, it's a very important theme. Tell us why this is so important. Tell us more about this topic, Tanja.
Well, John Murrell is from Calgary, so it's a Canadian playwright that wrote it and interviewed a bunch of women that did things during the war and survived the war. And he took 5 of their stories and put them together in a play to tell the story of how 5 very diverse, very different people who normally wouldn't be together maybe in community if things were normal and the same in regular life, and put them in a crisis situation and brought them together to struggle through things and to celebrate through things to make it through the war.
Okay, so it's John Murrell. Now, when did he do these interviews?
It was more in the 1960s, post-war. Yeah, interviewed these women. And
so a while back. So let's talk a bit more about the characters. So you were mentioning, Cathy, that your character, Janet, bossy lady. Now that's not like you in real life.
Not like me at all in real life. I'm kind of laid back, more like Catherine's character. But I like to take charge, and mainly I think Janet is making up for the fact that her husband hasn't volunteered for the war. He's a radio personality. He reads the Texaco news flashes about the war and stuff like that, so he was considered an essential service. And she's trying to make up for the fact that he hasn't gone. So she's rolling bandages, she's telling people what to do in emergency drills. They're at the train station saying goodbye to the boys on the shiny boots and that kind of thing, teaching people how to sing and entertain the gentlemen who are off to war. Okay,
and Tanja, so your character, Catherine, why is she so laid back?
Well, her personality is someone who survives normally in life by living in the present. She doesn't worry about the future, she doesn't dwell on the past, she likes to have a lot of fun, and she likes the people around her to feel good, and she's a mediator. She's called during this wartime, though, in community to stretch that a lot, and a lot of feelings are brought up from the past and worries about the future and how she has to deal with that.
Okay. Cathy, can you tell us about the other 3 characters, 3 women?
Yes, there's a younger girl named Eve who is quite naive at the beginning of the play. It runs over 6 years, so she's very green at the beginning. She marries an older gentleman, and she's kind of follows the lead of all the other girls. And then there's Margaret, who's a bit of the Eeyore of the characters. All doom and gloom, she's never going to see her sons again on this earth, that kind of thing. And then we have Marta, who plays a German girl, and of course you see her view of how she's being treated when she plays her music out loud. People complain about it and that kind of thing.
Okay. What about technology in this?
We're using a new technology for ITR Theatre this time. We're going to have a scrim or a screen behind us, and they'll be showing pictures of World War II, posters and advertising, as well as some graphic pictures of the war as scenes develop.
Okay, Tanja, the dinner, there's a dinner guess, option.
There is.
And you're doing something very unique with one of the options.
Yeah, so in the theme of World War II, we're setting the menu this time for rations, and the recipes would be around the rations that were around at that time. And so basically anything that the people had available to them when they were in short supply. So if there was chickens in your backyard, you'd serve chicken. And many times there were meatless dishes because the meat was a bit scarce. And if you had beef, you didn't have a lot, so you'd make meatloaf because you would have to stretch that ingredient. So no worries on the menu. It is found online. You can see that there's no spam on the menu.
Yeah.
But there's meatloaf, there's chicken, there's vegetable dishes.
Still sounds good to me. Sounds very good. Okay, so the year 2018 is what we're in, obviously, and this is taking place many, many years ago. Why is it so important for these stories, Cathy, to be told?
Well, I think as the veterans are aging, a lot of people are actually don't really even understand what World War II was all about and why we have Remembrance Day and stuff like that. So I think it's really important for our younger generation to continue that, to learn more about the war.
Extremely important. Let's talk about, with 45 seconds left here, Tanja, ticket information.
Yeah, you can go online at itrtheatre.com and follow the prompts there to buy tickets. They're $16 for seniors, $20 for a regular patron, and then there'll be $55 for the dinner theatre on the 2 Saturdays, the 10th and the 17th.
Okay, but are you recommending that kids maybe shouldn't participate?
There is some more mature subject matter as far as, you know, things about the war. So if you're a junior high person and you think that, you know, you'd like to see some stories about the war, that certainly would be acceptable. But younger children might feel a little bit afraid with
Waiting
some
for
of
the parade.
and sound.
Osgoode Community Center, itrtheatre.com. Thank you very much. More Daytime coming up in moments.